Hi all, I wanted to make a quick video about doing long-term analysis so that you get an idea of the market trend in a little bit of a long-term perspective where the market is going. Before I begin, I would like to mention that this is an educational channel. All content over here is for the sake of education. Kindly read the disclaimer that you see on the screen and in the description below. With that said, let's proceed. So for the sake of this video, we'll be looking at charts on a weekly time frame, and it's primarily with the purpose of formulating a view for the next 3 to 6 months. It's not something that we will be using for formulating a view for tomorrow or probably next week. The view that we'll hold over here is how's the market going to behave in the near future, say 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. All right, so that's why we are looking at things from the weekly perspective. So let's start. There are some indicators that are key to understanding this view, and I'll explain those indicators right now. The first and foremost indicator, first of all, we are in the Nifty 50 chart. All right, we are on the weekly view, not daily. We are this is how it look on the day, but we are not looking at day, we are looking at the weekly view. Currently there are two moving averages working. It is 50 and 200 EMA. All right, the green line that you see on top is the 52-week high, and the red line that you see at the bottom is the 52-week low. This is the beauty about this particular indicator. It lets you know the 52-week high and the 52-week low of any given index or stock or whatever. I've not seen any other indicator doing that. There may be indicators that do that, but this is the only one that I have found. All right, so what is the name of this indicator? The name of this indicator is MA 10, 20, 50, 200, and it's by somebody called GenTrade 28. I'll leave the name of the indicator and the creator name in the comment section and pin it so that you have no difficulty finding the indicator. All right, when you use the indicator, you will find that it appears on your screen as Sirangai. All right, so once you see that, you will confirm that you are on the right indicator. How do we use the settings of this indicator? Since I'm primarily looking at weekly charts, there are three moving averages that it can show you. It can show you even 20 EMA. I don't look at 20. If you want, you can tick this and watch the 20 EMA as well. For me, when I'm looking at a weekly time frame, for me the important ones are EMA 50 and EMA 200. Once it dips below EMA 50 is where the bell should ring first, and once it goes below MA 200, then you know what the scene is. I mean, it's a major trend change. All right, it generally happens once in a very long time. Anyways, so I want you to copy the settings that you see on screens. There are a lot of things that I don't use. Bar color is unticked, EMA 10, EMA 50, EMA 20, all these are unticked. Even if I'll come to this screen again, in the input section as well, you have all these options to show you things. I don't use most of them. It can show you MA50, Ichimoku Cloud and all of that. So my settings are this. Only two of them are ticked, which is the MA20, MA50, MA200, and the line showing 52-week high and low. Others are all unticked. In the style section, EMA 50 is ticked, EMA 200 is ticked, everything else is unticked. Then 52-week high, 52-week low is ticked, and everything else is unticked. This at the bottom, generally on all other indicators I untick. Over here I've just kept it because it makes me get those levels very easily. I can see what is the 52-week low. So in this case, the Nifty 52-week low is 18,464 and the 52-week high is 22,794. That's the reason on this particular indicator I don't untick this two at the bottom. All right, so this is how I have saved it. In fact, if I have not, then let me go ahead and save this also. I'll save this as default. Now what will happen is every time I use this indicator, my settings will come the way it is. I don't have to set the indicator again and again to these settings. So what am I seeing on screen right now? I'm seeing the 52-week high of Nifty 50, 52-week low of Nifty 50. I'm seeing the 50 EMA and the 200 EMA. All right, great. What else can we use with this? if you are limited to only 2 indicators and you're on the free version uh, of TradingView, then the indicator that I would suggest is at the bottom. Currently I'm using RSI, but I don't suggest to use this. I suggest to use something called EMA. This one, EMA difference histogram and stochastic indicator by Wu Gamlo. Use this. This is one of the most accurate indicators that I've seen. I'm currently using it in most of my charts, even for intraday. All right, so use this. It clearly gives you an indication when there's going to be a crack in the EMA 50 and when the market is going to go definitively lower or when it is climbing high. So use EMA defense scotch. It appears on the screen as like this, EMA defense scotch. To the best of my knowledge, I use the indicator in its default settings. I have not made any changes to the settings of this particular indicator. Just to reconfirm, you can pause the video over here and check whether you're also getting the same numbers on your screen. I think I'm on the default settings. I don't think I've changed anything on this particular one. If at all I've changed, then these are the settings. Use these settings the way it is. All right. So these 2 indicators should do for you if you are on the free version, limited to 2 indicators only. For people who have access to more than 2 indicators, I would suggest the next most important one is the adaptive trend finder. Now what this adaptive trend finder does, I'll just double click so that you can see the screen a little more clearly. It shows you this particular trend currently going on. It's showing and at the bottom, if you see, it's writing over here, exceptionally strong trend. That means Nifty 50 on the spot chart currently is on an exceptionally strong uptrend. All right, let's see the settings of this adaptive trend finder. I've made very few changes. Now by default, if you use the adaptive trend finder, it'll look something like this. As you can see, the lines are not very visible. So what I've done for that is this particular line transparency, I have made it come from 40 to 1. I've changed the color from this gray to this gray. So now you see it becomes a little more visible. All right. So from 6 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, from 5 I've come to 2. It makes it a lot more visible. There is actually a center line also. If you want to see, if you make this 100 come to like 1, you'll see a center line. See the center line, and then you can adjust the center line width also if you want. I don't view the center line as much. For me, it's not important. So I keep this to 100. I don't want to see the center line. All right. So for me, the upper band and the lower band is important, and this is how I keep it. So I use the second one over here, and this line transparency, I bring it down to 1 from, I think 40 it is by default. All right. And this is how I get it. Currently, I think I'm not using, okay, I mean from 5, I've come to 4. No, in fact, let me come to 2 and see. Yeah, I think I'll save it like this. So even this setting, I'll save as default. So let it be saved. Every time I use adaptive trend finder now, it'll show me the settings like this. So the first sign of a trend change will be when this the candles come and break the adaptive trend finder. So it'll break this 2 bars and go down, and you'll also find the adaptive trend finder shifting from showing you 2 lines going up to 2 lines going down. So the first sign of a change is when instead of the 2 lines going up, you see 2 lines going down. That means the trend has changed. The second thing that should happen is it should be nearing towards the 50 EMA or cut that 50 EMA and go below. And then once it goes below the 50 EMA, that means now the trend is on the way to reversal, and you can probably short the market for the next couple of days. All right. If you have access to even more indicators, so we are already using 3 now. So we have used this Shirankai, we have used EMA defense scotch or the free version. For people who are on the advanced version, we are also using adaptive trend finder, and you can also view this Elliott wave absolute. What this does is it tells you where in the Elliott wave you are currently. So as you can see for Nifty 50, it currently tells you that you are on the 5th wave right now. no matter how you look at it. And from here, it will either go down to these three levels, or it will go up here and then head down. For people who are familiar with Elliott wave will immediately understand the moment they look at the screen. All right. Google Elliott wave. If you're not aware of Elliott wave, then Google it. You will get to understand Elliott wave. It will not take you. It will take you 5 minutes to understand Elliott wave. It's another topic to master Elliott wave. You may probably take a lifetime, but you will get the basics of Elliott wave in 5 minutes. All right. So I keep this now and then. I don't keep it ticked all the while, but now and then when I want to see on the Elliott wave pattern how things are looking, I tick on it. So from Nifty, if I go to midcap, you see it again tells me that we are towards the end of a fifth wave. In midcap also on the weekly time frame, Bank Nifty looks like this, and Fin Nifty looks like this. Midcap is the most prominent currently. All right, and this is Nifty. We are back to Nifty. So for the time being, this is for people who have got access to more indicators. So for the time being, I'll untick this Elliott wave absolute, and let's stick to this three. I think the adaptive trend finder is quite important in this analysis, so it depends on you. All right, I mean, it doesn't depend on you. If you have access, use it. The other thing is, why do I, in all my videos, you'll see me, stressing on midcap Nifty. If I quickly run through, this is Nifty 50 on the weekly time frame. This is Fin Nifty. This is Bank Nifty. But now look at midcap Nifty. The biggest difference between 52-week low and 52-week high is in midcap Nifty, and that's the reason you will find me currently focusing on midcap Nifty even on my daily outlook, because I think if and when the trend reverses, the most impacted index is going to be the midcap Nifty, as it has rallied the most in the last 7 to 8 months, in my view. All right. So, and when it corrects also, the correction will come in deep and fast. That's the reason I'm focusing currently on midcap. That doesn't mean that if there's a correction, it will not affect other indices. It will affect others also, and it may affect others also quite severely. But midcap, I think, is where the money can be made easily if and when the market starts to decline. You can see over here currently, it's hugging this lower bottom trend line and still trying to go up. There will come a time when this two lines will shift from looking up skywards, and then it'll shift towards looking downwards, and that means the trend will change. And once that changes, we should look for opportunities for shorting. All right. So if I untick the adaptive trend finder, it looks like this. If I double click and get the EMA defense scotch, it'll look like this. So when the trend changes, you will find this dark green becoming light green, and it'll start going lower, and it'll become something like this. The moment you get the first red, it's a time to go very strongly and short. So right now we are quite far away from that, but this is how I would look at a chart on the weekly time frame to get a slightly longer perspective. Now this works even on basic stocks. If I look at my Nifty 200 chart, so this is my Nifty 200 chart. If I look at the top gainers today, RVNL, it looks like this. Balakrishna Industry, I told you it climbed 9.11% today. Actually, it was more than 10% up. I think it closed at 9.11. You see how it looks. You can clearly see the 52-week high and low. Vedanta, you can see the phenomenal rise in Vedanta. From almost here, in less than a year, it's more than doubled. Adani Power, Aditya Birla Fashion, Indian Bank, look at the rally. BHAL, NHPC, Jindal Steel, LIC. LIC also is almost doubled from its 52-week low, almost. Hindalco, Z, Coal India, what a rally. It's almost doubled. It's not almost, it has doubled from the lows of last year. It has doubled. Now, if you change this and go to the losers today, you'll see Delivery. You will see Policy Bazaar, Astral, Cummins, right? It may be a trend reversal happening for Cummins. It may start dropping now. Again, I am not done any analysis on the chart, so I'm just telling you what I see on the screen. And this is not daily, this is weekly perspective. So if at all you want to research further in a stock like Cummins, then you'll have to go from weekly to daily, then 4 hourly, then 3 hourly, then 2 hourly, and then 1 hourly, and then you will be able to come to some kind of a, what should I say? Some kind of perspective on what you want to do with it, whether you want to short it or whether you want to go long in it or whatever. Generally, it'll be short. So anyways, that's how I would look at it. If I find something interesting on the weekly time frame, then I'll dig into it, go into the daily, go to the 4 hour, 2 hour, 1 hour, and stuff like that. This is Tube Investments. This is CG Power, Zomato. What a rally in Zomato. Look at this. It's tripled. Godrej Properties, Gale, Apollo Tires, Max Financial Services, Alchem, Nestle, Shree Cements. So stuff like this, all right? Whether you want to see charts that are going up, that are rallying right now, or whether you want to formulate a view for individual stocks, this will help you no matter what. If you are looking at slightly long-term analysis, whether in stocks or whether of indices, these indicators will help you do that. All right, so let's now revert back to our indices again. So Nifty 50 looks like this, and I shall keep my adaptive trend finder also in place. Let's end it on Nifty 50 chart. Nifty 50 chart looks like this, and this is, and we are waiting around for the trend to reverse if and when that happens. All right, currently it's clearly on an uptrend. Adaptive trend finder also just tells you over here, you can see trend exceptionally strong. Midcap trend exceptionally strong. It's not, Bank Nifty is strong, not exceptionally strong. Fin Nifty mostly strong. Crude oil moderately weak. It's telling crude oil is moderately weak. Natural gas moderately strong. Silver mostly strong. Gold very strong. Bitcoin exceptionally strong. Ethereum strong. So on and so forth. India VIX moderate. So anyway, India VIX is a separate thing altogether. Anyway, guys, so I hope this video was helpful to you. If you are a person who analyzes things on a slightly long-term perspective, this indicator is a gold mine. I've seen no other indicator do a 52-week high and low so precisely, or give such a clear-cut view of the 52-week high and low of the stocks. You don't have to search for it. It's just available for you on the screen. It also helps you with two or three AMAs or whatever you want to see. Everything is included within that indicator. The diff and scotch at the bottom is phenomenal, and the adaptive trend finder is also beautiful. If you have access to it, use it. Elliott Wave Absolute also, if you have access to it, use it. All right, so I hope this video was helpful to you in some form or the other. If it was, then kindly like and subscribe to the video. Like and subscribe to the channel. Share the video with your family and friends. Leave a nice comment in the comment section. Subscribe to our free Telegram channel. The link is given in the description below in all our videos. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in another video. Take care. Bye-bye.